Hello everyone, thank you for taking some time. I'm very glad to hear today. Well, I'd like to start my presentation. I'm Takenori Osada from NTT Data, and my presentation title is Japanese Payment Service Leader Transform Organizational Culture and Improve Business Agility with SAFE. In this presentation, I want to share our success scenario which enabled us to improve business agility. Moreover, I will share what we did to make it happen for some help with our own business. As a result, I hope SAFE spread in the world and create good experiences for every SAFE users. Now, let's move on to today's agenda of my presentation. First, I will introduce myself and our company. Second, I show major outcome of our case. Then, I will explain our product overview and background to understand the situation better. After that, I share our journey and its retrospective. Finally, wrap up the presentation. So, let's get started from introduction. Again, I'm Takenori Osada, working as a product manager. I'm responsible for digital transformation of our division. Digital Payment Development Group has been established for digital transformation. I'm working as 14 years for these card payment services and worked as a project manager and system architect. In addition, I was familiar with waterfall system development, so I needed to transform myself to be more agile. Next, let's take a brief look at our company. NTT Data's vision is Trusted Global Innovator. NTT Data's vision is to be a partner with our customers in business innovation and solution about social issues. And we will continue to create a better now for our customers and achieve customer goal by learning with customer. By the way, our main business areas are IT system development, service provision, and consulting. We have the capacity to provide these services worldwide through our 120,000 members. We cover wide area customer, government and healthcare in the public sector, banks in the financial sector, and telecommunication and retailing in the enterprise sector. In recent years, we focus on supporting digital transformation for our customer and ourselves, using digital technology and Agile to improve its business. As part of this effort, we have acquired a safe global transformation partner, and we will continue to strive to maximize the value of our customers and society through SAFE. Today, I would like to introduce a case study of SAFE implementation that we did in cafes, which is one of our services. In this case study, I will show you how we implemented SAFE and what kind of business result we got from it. And I hope it will help you to implement SAFE. In second session, I will explain business outcome and business agility improvement. About the business outcome, let's talk about the four most common area which is often mentioned in SAFE. Engagement is 30% increase. As I'll show you in more detail later, employee satisfaction is now higher than the average of the Japanese IT industry. Time to market is 200% improved. We are able to deliver value twice as fast as our previous development style. Of course, each one is smaller inside, but providing a continuous delivery pipeline means we are delivering more value. Productivity is 30% improved. Specializing in high prioritized features and building a DevOps pipeline and updating the architecture has led to increased productivity. Quality is the same as we used to do. Payment services basically require high quality. So if quality is equal, it is enough for us and we can improve productivity and delivery with same quality. This is one of the example of one art QR code payments. I can show you the actual timeline or revenue, but we've been able to acquire customer by continuing to feature prioritization and high-frequency updates. Those are based on customer needs. If we had executed the way we used to do, we might not have won some deals because we couldn't answer our customers' needs. Even if we could win deal, we would have been much slower to deliver value. This means we can't support most important customer value if we don't change ourselves. In addition, the social crisis of COVID-19 has resulted in even greater demand for cashless payment in Japan. Since we had already implemented SAFE in this service, we were able to continue to create value incrementally without stopping development and business. And we are able to move forward with sales and customer acquisition under difficult circumstances. Here's a message from the business owner. We were able to add features in a short span of time compared to previous development methods. SAFE is essential to be able to compete with a competitor in QR code payment. This results in an investment cost advantage. He also mentioned that it's going to come out that using SAFE itself will appeal to customers in near future. Now that I've given you an overview of the result, I'd like to give you some background on our product in this session. Cafes is one of the largest payment services in Japan with more than 35 years experience, processing over 900 million transactions per month without a break. Our current market share position is just over 60%. That is needed for high non-functional requirements such as high availability and performance. It is because payment services, like cafes, should be mission-critical system in Japan. We have decided to apply SAFE to some area of cafes. As a first step, we apply SAFE in changeable new areas such as QR code payments, which I introduced in previous slide. Next, let me explain our vision. Payment is a complex product with a wide variety of payment methods and non-functional aspects such as security and performance. However, for the end user, meaning a consumer, it is just one aspect of their purchasing experience. Thus, we need to change our services for better customer experience. Therefore, we set beyond the payment as a vision, and we are trying to introduce SAFE as one of the ways to realize this vision. On the other hand, I would like to share a little background on this business environment we are in. As you know, as technology develops, end users expect better customer experiences and interfaces. Also, the competitor is crossing industry boundaries. Not so long ago, the situation was that we had a system that was so robust that its flexibility was not enough for customer needs. This critical situation has led us to strongly recognize the need for our own transformation. Let me explain our journey. I explain it in two parts. First is a program strategy, and second is SAFE implementation. Our program strategy, in order to realize the vision and the needs of our customers, we envisioned a payment ecosystem that would create an open API. Important components are improving UX, operations, service quality, and productivity. For these components, the business analysis and product development process should be changed. SAFE concept is fit for us to transform ourselves at this point. The next slide is the architectural runway to be implemented. We envision the shift from an on-premise environment to the cloud and microservice architecture. We did this because we believe that the benefits of the cloud, such as speed of delivery, flexibility, and scalability, were necessary to increase business agility. We chose to use microservice architecture because it is fit for continuous delivery with multiple teams. Honestly, these initiatives were new territory for us and it was a big challenge for us. By the way, let me start with an overview of the SAFe implementation. We started the program just 2 years ago. There are three main stages in this process. In stage one, we spent the first 9 months of the program as a starting point to become familiar with Scrum. This took a certain amount of time because our development style was a waterfall, and it was important for us to become familiar with Scrum first. During this period, we felt the need to scale up Scrum, and we decided to implement SAFe. In stage two, the implementation of SAFe would begin, but since we had only one SPC in our organization and the Scrum team was just getting used to SAFe, so we implement the method of learning and experiencing SAFe as a trial. We took in many improvements at this time and moved on to stage three. Stage three was when we started to turn around the PI, and we are now in the middle of running PI5, and team has gradually expanded. In stage one, there were three major challenges. First, to train engineers to be agile. Second, to implement agile process. And third, to shift to a cloud architecture. Firstly, in terms of engineers and development processes, we gradually increased the number of engineers. By assigning Scrum coaches called Scrum Dojo, engineers were gradually familiar with processes. At the same time, we followed the architectural runway that could support high business agility, including microservice architecture and DevOps technology on cloud. At the end, we achieved high productivity and good output. We recognize that Scrum development was a very useful approach. On the other hand, we also recognize that we need a different approach to scale the development process. For example, aligning dependency between teams, stakeholder alignment, and priority control. Next up is stage two. We knew that the introduction of SAFe was a real necessity for our transformation, and the adequate preparation for the launch of ART was important. However, we lacked SPC and we lacked resources. As you know, there is no better way to learn than through experience, so we started the ART launch trial through a real and significant project. We trusted in the ability and potential of our member. As a result, the team understood the benefits of SAFe, the usefulness of SAFe practice, and how to learn it. On the other hand, a number of issues and shortcomings were identified and sorted out. We realized that following the implementation roadmap was the quickest and best way to prepare for the ART launch. Since then, we've gotten the implementation roadmap right, and we have been preparing for the official ART launch. We recognize the ART and enhance some path based on the result of the trial. Especially, we changed 4 points. First, feature refinement is carefully and regularly done. Second, we involve business owner more than ever. Third, we recognize ART composition from 1 to 3 based on the development value stream. Fourth, UX team is carved out and set as an independent team. After that, we have launched ART concurrently. Preparation is an important aspect of the ART launch, and we felt confident that SAFe implementation roadmap represents the best practice. If you are able to do an ART launch, we recommended that you give yourself the proper preparation time. And finally, we have reached the ART launch. This picture shows a scene from a PA planning session, and as we go through the program increments, we realized how important it is for everyone to get together and exchange ideas. Let me share some power of PA planning. As you know, PA planning starts from business owner's vision explanation and product management's feature explanation. These explanations empower developers because they haven't had those explanations before, and this allows developers to have images of the application being used. All members communicate during PA planning and they understood mutually. They utilize this time to plan the schedule correctly and align business value by using PA objective. We felt this was the beginning of our digital transformation journey. Now, I'd like to share the retrospective of Art Launch. I will explain the following three perspectives: qualitative result, culture transformation, key success ideas. I will share the qualitative results first. About transparency, our member understood customer perspective by communicating with business owner. As a result, employees' engagement improved. About alignment, as I said in Power of Peer Planning, we have been able to build a team that is aligned with customer value. For building quality, the culture of DevOps is really important. We need to release application incrementally and operate service at the same time. So we inevitably grew accustomed to the DevOps culture. During the program execution, the speed of delivery is gradually improved. It is because rework reduced because of system demo and PA planning. Let's switch gears for a moment and consider culture change. Of Hofstede's cultural categories, there are likely to be three indicators that are important in Agile. Those three are PDI, UAI, MAS. The lower the value of each of these, the better for Agile. PDI, power of distance, indicates hierarchy in the organization. And if this score low, the organization will be flatter. In Agile, mutual communication is important for innovation and improvement. Therefore, a lower score is better. UAI, Uncertainty Avoidance Index, indicates resistance to uncertainty. If this score low, the members can be patient and less anxious with uncertainty. In Scrum, the plan exists only near future, including a few iterations. In this situation, some members can feel uncertainty, so if UAI is lower, much better for Agile. The MAS masculinity indicates how we interact with each other. And if this score low, it seems to be mutual help is more important than individual battles. As you know, Scrum team need to be a one team and mutual help is really important. So this parameter also better for Agile. So what is the situation in Japan? Unfortunately, the Japanese cultural feature tended to be generally high and not fit for Agile. This means we needed to challenge this cultural context as well. PDI is expected to flatten the organization, but it is difficult to change the organization itself. So we composed a virtual team as an art and developed flat relationship. And through system demo, PA planning, and etc., we have been able to connect to a flat relationship and mutual understanding. UAI's measure is to ensure a certain feature. This also includes PA planning and defining a roadmap to help the team and stakeholders see into the future. This is an idea that is more than just a Scrum. In terms of action for MAS, it was helpful to present the PA objective along with the business value. This was a great way to encourage collaboration by changing from individual battles to team goal setting, as a team would have a common goal. In summary, even if you are culturally challenged by Agile in Japan, Don't give up because safe practice can be used to solve the problem. At the end of the reflection, I will share a few key ideas. They are the following three: Scrum Dojo, Aware, ENPS. Scrum Dojo is a place to change developers to Agile. Aware is just a big room which can hold every art members. ENPS is a measure of engineer satisfaction. First tip is Scrum Dojo. Our group hasn't had enough engineer full experience in agile development, so we trained each Scrum team one by one. It started from baby birds. We trained team one by one with some time. After a few months training, they are away from Scrum trainer and go by themselves. This was a very important change for the art launch because we had to implement safe principle. They started to work as knowledge worker and they started to decide by themselves. Next chip is Aware. We prepared a new workplace to fit Scrum and safe events. And it is good to prevent members from some noise of external factors. The developer, including some business owners, were brought together and communication was activated. This increased transparency and psychological safety and created the groundwork for the completion of art. To achieve this, it was essential to obtain management support through the result of the Scrum. Last chip is engagement measurement. We started ENPS measuring from PI2 because ENPS is a key factor to understand team status. We felt the engagement improved from PI1, but no way to measure it. So we used the analytics tool. As you see in the figure, ENPS is higher than in the industry average. Here's an interesting event. In PS3, we had to change how to work because of COVID-19 and the ENPS dropped. Fortunately, we could catch the situation by measuring ENPS. We invested to improvements in the remote work environment. After that, the situation became better. What we want to say, it is important to do Kaizen for art members. Some action need management help, so product manager or other leader check the employee's voice and try to improve the circumstance is very important. As summary, there are two things we have achieved. Business agility was improved. Continuous delivery enabled us to deliver timely, and that lead us to new customer and increase customer value. Cultural transformation was achieved. Safe practice enabled us to change the culture even if it's hard, like Japan. Thank you for your attention. I hope this presentation was informative for you. As a last message, I would like to say thank you to all members. Thank you.